Do you feel like you're drowning in chaos every morning? The clutter feels unending and you are constantly drained out and overwhelmed. Well, guess what? You can actually change this. Welcome to the Cosmic Podcast, where we celebrate the ups and downs of life, learn from it, become the main character, and live our best lives. Come along. Your mornings are not meant for you to count the hours till you hit the bed again. You're not supposed to feel like you have mountains to climb through the day. Would it feel like a far fetched dream if I said that? You're supposed to feel calm and relaxed in the mornings. I get it. I used to have mornings when I could neither wake up nor go back to sleep. My life was meaningless and I felt like I was barely surviving through the day. Oh, you should have hobbies or you should do things for yourself. But who has the time? There is a mountain of tasks just waiting for me to get started. You won't understand. All of this happened overnight. That's a lie. So, like everyone, I wanted to manifest my dream life. My mind was in total chaos. So, I started making changes to my routine, and I didn't have enough time to do that. You get the drift. Let's begin. So, until a few months ago, my life was a total mess. Scratch that. It was a total chaos. It was circus. I could never make head or tail of what was ever going on in my life. I was constantly drained out. I had no time to make any to do lists. I made mental lists and forgot them all the time. I had absolutely no energy to keep up with anything, and I felt like I was failing everywhere. Of course, I sat and cried like any self respecting individual. Don't you do that? No? But I didn't let that become the theme of my life. So, what did I do and how did I change it? That's what I'm telling you today. Like I said, I was very bad at making lists, or I didn't have time to make lists because I would wake up in the morning and the first thing that I ever did was I would scroll Instagram for like an hour or so. Then I found the 10-minute rule. Now, what is the 10-minute rule? Instead of trying to stuff everything into a morning routine, because you see all of these videos and you want to emulate all of them. You want to wake up at 5 a.m., you want to go for a run, you want to work out, you want to have your smoothies, you want to meditate, you want to journal. Well, that does not happen when life happens. So, what you can do is give yourself 10 minutes every day and pick a habit, be it journaling, meditation, yoga, going for a run, or just sitting by yourself. And for 10 minutes every single day, you do what you picked. Have you picked journaling? Then do it. Do it just for 10 minutes. And you'll see in the process, it'll become your anchor. The point being, start small and see where it goes. I started gratitude journaling in the morning, and do you know what happened? Well, my toddler tore my diary, but that's not the point. I switched to voice notes and it still worked. So you have to pick a goal which is realistic and attainable for you to achieve every single day, even if it's for 10 minutes. The second habit is a hell yes or a hell no. Now, what is this? So I used to be a big time people pleaser in my life. I would shrink and shrink and shrink myself in order for other people to feel accommodated. And this is wrong. The truth is, the more you give, the more people will receive. And the sad fact is, there is no end to receiving, even if there is an end to giving. And here's where you need to draw a line. You need to set your boundaries and you need to start saying no or yes. If something resonates with you, say yes. Hell yes, I'm gonna do this. Hell yes, I'm gonna be there. Hell yes, you can come over. And if it does not resonate with you, no, I can't do this. No, I don't feel up for this. No, maybe another time. This simple habit gave me back my energy, my freedom, and above all, my sanity. When my loved ones first heard the yes or no from me, they said, "Oh, you're so selfish." I thought, damn right I am. How many tabs do you have open right now? 10, 20, 50? I was the same. You see, I was the queen of multitasking, but my mind was always overwhelmed. So, what am I doing now? I'm closing tabs mentally, figuratively, and literally. This helps me focus on one task at a time, and my productivity has actually increased because of this. Fine, I have two tabs open, one for work and one for online shopping. Gotta keep it real. The next habit is Sunday reset. Let's face it, once you're an adult, Sundays are just a boring countdown to Mondays. Now, I actually look forward to Sundays because I have a reset routine. I reset my mind, space, and energy and blast my favorite music while doing it. This helps me to plan my entire week and set an intention, which makes it so much easier. In the process, Sunday became my power move. You know why everyone keeps talking about gratitude? It's because it works. Now, this may sound cliche, but the next habit is gratitude. Don't have time to write it down? Say it out loud. But don't miss the power of gratitude in our life. Gratitude can bring in so much more abundance than you can ever dream of. I do have a video about gratitude affirmations, which I will link it up here. You can watch it after this. You know what the biggest myth is? Is that you need 30 minutes to 1 hour to sit and meditate. That's wrong. You can do micro meditation, which is the next habit. You have 60 seconds while your coffee is brewing, or do you have 60 seconds while your food gets heated up in the microwave? Just stand there for a moment, close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out. Trust me, this is the first step to meditation. Breathe in, breathe out, and focus on your breath. If you have 60 seconds, that's all you need as a beginner. What I mean is, start where you are. The next habit is feeding the mind. I used to doom scroll for hours and hours just like you. Be it Instagram or YouTube, my screen time was at an all time high. But I don't do that anymore. I feed my mind with podcasts, audiobooks, TED Talks, and anything that lifts me up instead of dragging me down. This small change has made a huge impact in my daily life. You know what my favorite habit is? Celebrating small wins. Did I finish my water bottle today? Did I not yell at anyone today? This may seem insignificant, but small wins create big momentum, and momentum helps you go from chaos to alignment. The next habit is so important, it's declutter and detox. Hear me out. Declutter doesn't mean only clearing your space or desk. Take it a step ahead by decluttering and detoxing your life. Unfollow people on social media that you don't relate to anymore. Cut out junk and processed food from your life and your diet, and you'll see the change instantly. Because detox and declutter is not just physical or material, it's also spiritual. You know the most difficult habit to incorporate? It's having a no complaining. That's the next habit. So every week you need to have one day where you do not complain about anything. It's harder than it sounds. So every week set aside one day where you do not focus on problems but you focus on solutions. Now what this does is it rewires your brain and sets you up for success and more alignment. This is a non-negotiable. So there it is. You have the 10 habits that I use to take my mind from chaos to alignment. Which one are you stealing first? Tell me in the comments below. And remember one thing, you don't have to be perfect to start your journey to alignment. Bye.